Namo Phat. Thanks so much for joining me for a daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This wonderful sound calls us back to our true home. The third mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to cultivate responsibility and learn ways to protect the safety and integrity of individuals, couples, families, and society. I'm determined not to engage in sexual relations without love and a long-term commitment. To preserve the happiness of myself and others, I'm determined to respect my commitments and the commitments of others. I will do everything in my power to protect children from sexual abuse and to prevent couples and families from being broken by sexual misconduct. For our Dharma lessons, we're reading Taming the Monkey Mind, A Guide to Pure Land Practice by Buddhist scholar Cheng Wei-an and Dharma Master Suddhisukha. Today we're reading Reflection 37, Sutras are Buddha. The entire Buddhist canon comes from the mind. If the mind is not Buddha, the teachings are just a waste. However, is there anyone's mind which is not Buddha? If so, it's only because he does not stop and think. Mahayana cultivators who have studied the Dharma must have read the Shangama Sutra, and among them there are some who belittle the Bodhisattva Mahastamaprapta while praising the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara. A tiny bit of attachment on this point is enough to plant a seed of birth and death. All their learning, far-sighted views, and profound understanding serve merely to strengthen the seeds of suffering. They are of no help at all toward the goal of escaping birth and death. I urge you to let go quickly, let go of everything, and concentrate on Buddha recitation, seeking rebirth in the Pure Land in the company of Amitabha Buddha. Otherwise, if you cannot let go of these attachments immediately, then dedicate the virtues of studying and explaining the sutras toward rebirth in the Pure Land and fulfillment of the 4 great vows. This will bring rebirth in the Pure Land. If, moreover, you can spread the Pure Land teachings, making others understand the benefits of Buddha recitation, then even a wink or a thought will adorn the Pure Land. Thus, there is no doubt that your rebirth will be at the highest lotus grade. Commentary. In the Shangama Sutra, the Bodhisattva Mahastama cultivates the samadhi of Buddha recitation to achieve omniscience, while the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara cultivates the faculty of hearing and also achieves omniscience. Both bodhisattvas achieve the same state of omniscience. However, when asked by Buddha Shakyamuni to choose among the different methods of cultivation, the Bodhisattva Manjushri selected the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara's practice as supreme. To misunderstand or become attached to this teaching and think that Avalokiteshvara is above Mahastama is contrary to the spirit of the sutra. It is because of this attachment that discrimination arises, the thought that this bodhisattva is higher and that bodhisattva is lower. The attachment stems ultimately from attachment to self, which has existed since time immemorial. Such attachment clouds the mind, making it easy for deluded views to develop. It thus creates suffering in the self-mind, and this suffering lasts forever, time without end. How dangerous indeed. If you study, understand, and lecture well, but are limited to that study and understanding, with the mind divided, attached to language, words, and phrases, how different are you from a silkworm stuck in its cocoon, ultimately dying within that very cocoon? Is it not better to make every effort to adorn the Pure Land or to follow the true and earnest approach of Buddha recitation, rather than discourse pompously upon the pros or cons of this method or that? The latter can only entangle your pure thoughts and is of no help in the great matter of birth and death. Moreover, if you exercise all your understanding and abilities to propagate Pure Land or to extol the merits of Buddha recitation far and wide, using skillful means to urge people of all capacities to practice the Buddha recitation samadhi, then truly your rebirth in the Pure Land will not be that far off. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be at peace. Namo Adida Phat. Thanks so much for joining me today.